We're kicking off a little college football.
It is that time of year again.
College football, it is back.
Here in Boulder, Colorado, right now is the epicenter of college football.
It's time. Let's go.
Welcome to RobDaManMedia with co-host Coach Dre.
Yo. Welcome in, Buffs Nation. What is going on this happy Friday, man? Let me know where you're checking in at. Let me know how you're feeling, where you checking in at. Thank you for pulling up on us as we're going to get the show on today. It's Hot Topic Friday. Y'all know what we do. We get in on Hot Topic Friday. We talk about any and everything that you guys want to talk about. So, hey, fill your questions up in the chat. Let us know what you want to talk about. Got a couple announcements before we get into everything. So, man, make sure y'all tune in, y'all lock in, y'all ready to go. But, hey, if you want to get in on RobDaManMedia first annual college football dynasty, it is still open. We are kicking our Dynasty League starting next week. So if you still got time to get in, all you got to do is just reach out to me, reach out to J-Dot. Let us know you want to join. It is $25 to get into this league, but there is a payout for winning the national championship in our league. So, hey, come pull up on us. If you want to join the Fantasy Football League for RobDaManMedia, all you got to do is just hit us up, and we'll get you in. We still got a couple spots open. Over half the league is already filled up. We got a couple spots left. So, hey, if you feel like you got what it takes, come pull up on us and show us. If you feel like you can recruit better, come pull up on us and let's show it. So, hey, let us know what it ain't, what it could be, what it should be. But, hey, we appreciate you as always. We got Bama in the building. What up, Clay? How you doing, Miss Smith? Checking in from Chicago. Love my Chicago people. Oklahoma in the building. It's always a good time. It's always. Yes, sir. You know we checking in from the Lou, the hometown, the home state, man. Appreciate everybody that's pull up on me from the Lou. Y'all know how we get down. But, hey, we got more coming. I know y'all seen that show last Sunday. If you did, pull up, watch the last live with Khalil Benson, Mama Benson. It's a great one. You don't want to miss. But this Sunday, we got Uncle Neely in the building, all right? Uncle Neely pulling up on us. He's going to be there live and direct this Sunday. So, hey, y'all pull up on us. Y'all come check that show out. This Sunday, it's going to be another great show. But with all that being said, you know my brother, my partner, my guy in crime, Coach Dre is in the building. Oh, boy. What it do, Coach Dre? Oh, man, he just dropped. He going to come right back, man. But shout out to Coach Dre, man. Y'all know this Sunday we turning up on another level. We got Uncle Neely in the building. If y'all got any questions, that y'all want to ask Uncle Neely, man, all you got to do is when we go in finish live, just leave a comment. If there's any questions, or you can send it directly to us if there's a question that you want to ask Neely, so we can make sure that we get your questions answered on Sunday. But, hey, as y'all know, every Sunday we come on, man. We trying to get this thing up and rocking. We trying to make sure that we got somebody on for you guys every Sunday. So, man, we appreciate y'all for always tuning in, rocking with us. But, hey, it's Hot Topic Friday. Coach Dre, man, what's the word, man? Good to see you. I know we ain't been on all week, but, hey, we been handling business. As y'all see, y'all stay tuned this Sunday because we got a good one for y'all.
I mean, y'all know what we about. It's go time for me. So, Coach, real busy getting my boys ready. We had some sign-ins down here yesterday, so it's just been a rough week on and off. It's been a up and down week for me all week, but I'm here and gonna always be ready to do what I do best. Try to uplift and bless somebody. That's always my goal every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With that being said, the topic of today was we are 10 days away from official fall practice. 10 days. July 29th is when this thing kick off. My suggestion to all the players, make sure you back before the deadline on the 28th with your butt in the seat ready to go. That's my best advice I can tell you. Because I don't want to see nobody packed. No one wants to see nobody get their stuff packed up and their lockers cleaned out. But hey, how you feeling, Coach Dre? What you are most ready for, knowing that we are 10 days away from official practice?
Man, I'm just happy for these boys. We got through a great summer. First off, I want to salute the strength and conditioning staff. We had a great summer. The boys, you can tell the boys got stronger. We got faster. We got mentally tough in some areas. I think you heard BJ Green say it yesterday. If you watched the Will Off video, you get what I'm saying? Those guys got pushed to the limits. So first you got to get hats off to the strength and conditioning staff on what they did. Coach Prime second, summer in the book. Probably his best summer, you know. So like Rob said, guys, I want y'all to enjoy yourselves, but don't take no time off. Make sure you getting in that gym working, getting you some field work in, and, just stay out of trouble. If you don't have to go home, don't go home. Because it's only a week. A week go by real fast once you pack your stuff up, get on a flight, go home, come back. So, but like he say, let's get back. If you're supposed to be back Saturday or Sunday, let's get back Friday, So you give yourself the ample time so you know Coach Prime is prompt on that time. And like he said, we want everybody that we got on the roster. So let's get back the boat on time. But be safe, man. Take care of each other. Check up on each other and make sure y'all good. But besides that, I'm excited about what I saw. Now I just want to see it translate into practice, because those were player-led practices, guys, with the strength and conditioning staff just watching. But no coach could be out there critiquing their kids or telling their kids what to do. So now we're going to be out there with our coaches, getting critiqued, getting the scheme down and stuff like that. So I'm just ready to see what we look like once we get all that going and get it together.
Man, it's always like I say, if I'm anybody, I'm probably back by that Saturday. If I left if it was me, I would be leaving right now. Right? Because I'm in an altitude. We've been working out every day. We can go to the facilities and work out every day. We can still eat and do everything there. What are you really going back home for, right? You going back home, you probably going to get yourself in a situation you shouldn't be getting yourself into, right? It's too close to the season. It's just too much on the line to jeopardize right now, right? So if it's me, I'm standing Boulder. I'm eating good every day with Chef. I'm working out, doing everything I can to get ready for the 29th. If it's me, they probably gonna go on the 28th, because Prime gonna have his meeting. He gonna set all the rules, all the foundation for how things gonna get laid out for the 29th. So I'm expecting them to be ready to go the 28th, having their first official, that sit down in that meeting room with Prime, and Prime delivering them morning messages. Because a lot of them ain't been in that room with Prime delivering them messages. That Monday on the 29th, when they walk in there and they got to be in there, they bust in the seats by 6 a.m., better be there by 5:45. Walking there, and Coach Prime walking there before you, it's gonna be a price to pay. So if I'm anybody, right, you better be there by 5:45, ready to go, locked in. Because Prime gonna have a message to deliver on that Monday. It's gonna be an epic one. It's probably gonna go viral. But just know, they locking in. But hey, it's Hot Topic Friday. Drop any topics y'all want to talk about. This won't be a long live today. I'm just going to let you know right now. It's going to be a pretty short live. We just want to make sure we come in, we touch base with y'all, let y'all know everything that's going on, give y'all all the updates from RobDaManMedia. So if you're just not tuning in, this Sunday, we will have Uncle Neely on the show. So y'all tune in this Sunday. It's going to be another good one for y'all. We got more guests coming too after Neely. We ain't going to let y'all know right now, but we got more guests coming. So as y'all keep tuning in, it keep getting better and better and better as each episode goes. So, man, appreciate y'all for pulling up on us, always supporting us and everything like that. With that being said, there's something I want to talk about, right? There's two programs that just opened a 30-day window. Utah State and Fresno State. Fresno State, I don't think any of the players will leave, but Utah State, some players can leave. I'm not saying Colorado's going to go out there on any of these kids, but it surprised me how long it took Utah State to, release their coach. But what's your thoughts on the feelings of, the two programs that opened up a 30-day football transfer portal window?
First and foremost, you want to see your prayers out to the Fresno State coach. He's stepping away because of health issues. It's nothing to do with him being terminated. I think he's a hell of a football coach. Some of the coaches on his staff have coached some of the guys that coach with me here at Eastside. They've coached on that staff. So first and foremost, we want to send our prayers out to him, and I hope he gets better. That situation, like you said, I don't think there's no kids going to leave from that situation. I think all those kids will stay there. They'll hire a coach off the staff. I don't think they'll skip a beat. Now this Utah State situation is something different. Again, I'm just as shocked as anybody that you would fire a coach a week out from fall camp. Like, I don't know if they were doing that so that the kids couldn't go anywhere, but now you opened up a 30-day window. But again, I don't see no kids leaving because of the simple fact that it's around the corner. I think they're also in a situation where they're gonna probably have to hire a coach from within that program. It's gonna have to be a coach that's on that staff already. I don't think you can go hire somebody new to try to come in and put his philosophy in within a week and be trying to change things up. So I think that they probably terminated him with the idea they already had somebody in line that could keep the train going. Like I said, I've never seen this happen before, where the school terminated a coach a week before fall practice. I mean, that's insane. And that's coming from a program down here where people, where we know the University of Florida coach on the hot seat, and some people thought he might not make it through the summer. But once you get to a certain point in time, you can't be trying to switch it up now. So, like I said, that's just shocking to me. But I hope they had a plan in place. I hope they just didn't do this blindly and just say get rid of him, and they didn't have a plan in place. So hopefully they got a plan in place. But I don't think none of those kids are going anywhere because it's too late. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they played their cards right in this situation, because I think if they do it 2 weeks earlier, some of those kids leave, because now they can really seek opportunity to see what's open and see competitions. Coaches kind of know where their team is at if they need somebody from off their team. So, but being there so late, I mean, the only way you're leaving is if you're a star player or one of the headline players off that team, and you can see an open spot for somebody, and somebody just reaching out to you at the last minute. Because anything is possible, right? Just think about it. We got what is the linebacker name that we got from Arizona
You talking
State?
about the kid from Tennessee you talking about the kid from Tennessee, right?
Yeah, he was at Arizona. He went to Arizona State fall camp. We got him doing fall camp,
yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah. But you also see, what you're saying is what I'm saying is why I wouldn't want to see that. Each one of the kids that came in late last year that we got, one of them was a freshman, and then the other kid that we got, neither one of them finished the season. Neither one of them really panned out. So I just think it's hard because you ain't put you put that blood, sweat, and tears when you in there in the summer. When you in there in that summer and you working hard, you out there in that heat, you running around, you build a bond with somebody, because that's when you find out if these kids are tough. You find out what they made of, and then you bring a kid in there. Now you just going off of your talent. And I tell kids all the time, work outweighs talent, because sometimes talent don't want to work. So you know what I'm saying? So I just think if I'm a Utah State player, even if I'm a stud right now, and it comes back to my principle is you gotta find some type of loyalty. You gotta teach young men loyalty. I wouldn't do that. Forget the coaches, forget the school, but my brothers that I've been in here working with for these last 3 months or 2 months that we've been off, can I do that to them? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I couldn't do that to them. So you know what I'm saying? If I'm a Utah State, even if I'm a star, I'm hanging in, I'm sticking in, because like I say, it's just too late. Now maybe, like you said, maybe if it's 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe we look out and see who has, maybe has an opening. but I'm just not running. I'm not running right now. I'm hunkering down. I'm trying to gather my kids. I'm trying to gather my team around me. If I'm a leader, and that's what a leader is. You find out where your leaders is when the times is down. When your times is down, because we went through that this week up here with me at Eastside. So you find out who your leaders is this week.
I was gonna get into that, Coach. Don't tell them too much. That was my next question. I was gonna get into that.
Okay.
But with all that being said, right? We wish all those players well. The situation in Fresno State is unfortunate for the coach. We wish him well in that situation. Even what's going on in Utah State. It's a sad situation to hear what some of the things that transpired up there and the way things were happening and the lack of control. And it happens. It happens at universities, right? And that's a lot of stuff that goes unnoticed, uncovered. People close their mouth and pay. So for them to hold accountability and to discipline them, it's what it is. But with that being said, I know your football season about to start. Share us a little insight of how the season, how you guys wrapping up for the season, how things are going in the state of Florida, and what you guys are, what you looking for. Because official practice is about to start for you too. So.
It's like I said, we had a rough week. Got some news that we wasn't expecting, and I had a down in the dumps about an hour. But then I had to pick myself up off the canvas. I had to pick my son them up off the canvas, and we had to go back to work. You can't, one monkey don't stop no show. So we picked ourselves up and we found out what our leaders can do, and those kids rallied the troops. We excited about our season. I got 4 or 5 kids with college offers. We had like a little fun day with the team yesterday. We gave them the day off. We went to the stadium, except for the stadium. We went to the stadium and ran the stadium this morning about 8. And so what we've been doing every Sunday this off season is we've been taking our guys to church. Just trying to give them some spirituality and like you say, you got to teach them in the way you want kids to go and what you want them to do. In the state of Florida. So last year we went in like something, they kind of switched stuff up in the classification. For all my life, we had from 7A all the way down to 1A. Well, for the last 2 years, they had something from 1A. They had metro schools and they had suburb schools, and you had 4A, you had 4 classifications in each one of those. So they took those away this year, and they went back in the classification. So my school will be in class 3A. With the Miami Northwesterns, the Miami Centrals from down south. We feel good about our district. We're picked to win our district and to make a run in the playoffs, and that's all you can ask for. We feel good. Like you say, we're probably going to go Monday, Tuesday this week, and then we'll give the kids the rest of the week off to try to heal their bodies up. They'll come up to the school and get treatment and stuff like that. But, we're excited about where we've been. Like you say, in the last 2 years, we won 16 games, won a playoff game, so you want to build off of that. We want to go a little further and do a little better, but we're very excited about what's coming down the pipeline. We're led by a hell of a guy in Gator, Harold Hoskins. He's the head coach, and I coach him as well. Every guy that coaches on our team right now was coached by me at Eastside when they were in school. So it's a blessing for me to get to see this younger generation and this generation. But, hey, coach is not that old. I'm just 43 years old. I just started early. I knew what my purpose was. Real early. I figured that out. But that's something that, I thank my grandma, my mom, the people that helped raise me. I figured out my purpose a long time ago. I had to make some tough decisions once I got 18 and got out of high school. Was I going to go to school or was I going to stay here and help my mama and grandma because my granddaddy had got sick? And once I made that decision, my high school coach at the time knew I wasn't going to school. I wasn't going to go to college. Or I was going to just take we got Santa Fe Community College right here in Gainesville. I was going to take classes here. And so he was just like, he was like, Andre, you can come coach with us, So I just started coaching. My first year coaching was my first year out of high school. So that was my first year coaching high school football. Was my first year right out of high school. So I've been coaching high school football since I was 18. I took a hiatus for maybe 4 or 5 years when my boys were coming up, and me and my brothers, we went and started a little league team. And like I said, that's how I kind of got to know Coach Prime and what Truth had going on, because we had a little league team, ended up winning 2 national championships with those guys. And now most of those guys now that played with us when we had our team, they're going to college. And so I can't be any happier to be able to say that I've touched lives like that. And like I say, once you find out your purpose, coaching ain't a job to me. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. It's what I'm supposed to be doing. Hey,
no doubt. I mean, but when you got that subtraction, you also got an addition to the team. So you got a blessing, right, out of the situation. So sometimes, things hit us, but God bless us, with something else that we wasn't even expecting. So, it's
I tell people all the time, you ask for a blessing or you ask for something from the Lord and you give it to him, you can't complain about the way the Lord give it to you. So once I took my own advice and, like I say, got myself out the dumps for a minute, I had to go in my office and gather my thoughts for about 15, 20 minutes before the boys got there. And once I could gather my thoughts and get myself together, and me and Coach Gator and the rest of the coaches got there and met for 15 minutes, because you got to galvanize. Like I say, I'm human, and Coach always positive, Coach. But you have a minute there, and you have to reset your mindset. And before the guys got there, like you say, no sooner as we get in the weight room and get the boys there, something else walks in the door, and you say, okay, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. You can't, like I say, you can't complain about the way the Lord bless you. So we didn't complain. The boys didn't complain. So we just been working. And so, we just gonna grind it out. Like I say, we'll took the day off because we don't never go on Fridays. Like Friday is just a light day. And then we go to the ice tub. So like I said, we'll go next week, maybe Monday and Tuesday, give them the rest of the week off to get their bodies right. And like you say, Monday when Colorado go, we'll be going as well.
It's always a blessing, man, to start a new season, to be able to go out there and coach. So much transpiring all seasons. Players coming and going, graduations, things like that. But when that new season start, the juices get to flowing, the energy get to rising, and it's on. So it's always appreciated, to just talk about life sometimes, not always about football, but the things that you endure throughout the off season, the rigors, the roads that you go to help you elevate to another level. As much as me and Coach Dre talk to each other every day, it's good to, have a brother that, to lean on when you go through stuff. You can talk through stuff and, and move on throughout your day. And it always seems like me and Coach Dre, we just know when to call each other at the right time to get us back straight, man. And so, it's nothing that doesn't go unnoticed and unappreciated. I just be wanting to know, how good our relationship is that, a lot of people don't know. We don't do nothing without each other. As much as some people might think that we do or try to have conversations like we won't talk to each other and let each other know. We do. We talk to each other about a little bit of everything. So, it's always appreciate my brother. But with that being said, looking at the University of Colorado, because that's what most people they can't talk about. But looking at the University of Colorado, seeing how summer workouts went, what did you see out of summer workouts that you didn't see going into summer workouts that you love the most and that you looking forward to in fall camp?
What I saw was intensity. Me personally, I'm looking at the trenches, and I'm always looking down there because to me that's where you're gonna win and lose football games. We have a quarterback. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. We got weapons. Outside, I think we got a battle in the running back room. That's something I want to see. I want to see what happens back there because I count about 3 guys that could easily be the guy. And so I want to see what happens back there. But up front, I want to see if I had some guys with what I told y'all Sunday with that dog mentality. Do I have some guys up there that I can lean on, that I can believe in? Like I said, I've always believed in Tyler Brown. I think Tyler Brown is a glue to an offensive line. If you go see the great offensive linemen, and like I say, I do my research when I think about it. If you go back and you watch any of the good offensive linemen, they have somebody on their offensive line that holds that unit together. I think that's what we were missing last year. We don't have, but this year we have the glue, and then we have that guy in Benson with that dog mentality, a guy that don't mind. I don't care if I'm the bad guy. I don't care if you don't like me, but you long as you respect me, because I'm gonna demand your best. I'm not saying you got to be the best, but you gonna give me your best every day that you come out here. And if you ain't gonna give me your best, either you gonna get ran off or you gonna get better. So we have that in our offensive line room. The defensive line, you got Green over there, you got Hayden, you got those guys from Pitt, you got and we look good on the inside. Again, the defensive line is a rotational position. So long as I see that we got anywhere from 8 to 9 guys that Coach Sapp and Coach Lewis feel great about, I feel good, because again, we want you at your tip top. Sometimes, like I said, we sit back and listen. Coach Prime let you know that we're going to rotate guys, because he told Barnes, hey, all I need is 3 plays out you, big fella. Give me 3 plays of drive, big fella. I get you out of there and get you some water and get you some rest, and then you can get back out there. So we not fit. We want you to be at your best. And if you saw the good offensive lines, defensive lines last year, UCLA's and guys like that, you saw that they rotated them guys in, they kept them fresh. And that's how you become a good defensive line. So I feel good with the intensity. I like how the coaching staff rewarded the guys and made this a competition every week for their group to be the group of the week in the weight room. So I think that made guys push themselves a little better. But you couldn't just worry about yourself. You had to push your brother. Hey man, we trying to get our picture this week, man. We want the people to see that we the best working group in here. So I definitely took that and was like, yeah, man, that's great that we doing that. So the intensity, the finer things, and then I listened to how the strength and conditioning coach they talked this year and how they talked last year. I saw way more punishments last year than I saw this year. I saw way more up downs last year than I saw this year. And then I heard the coach say, if this was the team last year, we wouldn't have got through this as quick. We'd have had to go back 3 or 4 times. And I've heard them say that more than one time. So what I know is I have a better football team than I had last year. Again, that's no disrespect to any young man that was on that team and that left. But it's the little things that help you win. One thing from our old football coach that I take is the old defensive coordinator from last year in Colorado, and it's just the truth. Success only comes before work in the dictionary. So if you thinking that you're going to get success without work, that's not going to happen. And so I think we're going to have a successful season because we work. I didn't hear a lot of crying. I didn't hear a lot of complaining and I seen people pull people along. I saw Travis Hunter pull my guy Hollywood along when he was struggling that first week. Hey, man, we ain't got time for that, man. Yeah, okay, you finna throw up. Well, throw up and keep on going. We ain't got time for that because we on a mission. I'm just like I said, the intensity and the focus on the little fine detail things and how they brought their brothers along. And I think this team came together a lot quicker than people expected it to. And I think that was maybe one of the reasons why the strength and conditioning staff did that. Because now, for y'all, I could say you the best lifter. You know what I'm saying? I could have did it like that, pick the best out of each group. But no, I need y'all to be a unit. So if your unit ain't gonna do what they need to do, then you can't win. So it made them come together as a unit. So yeah, you got to be excited about going into the 29th and what we gonna bring to the table. and we taking notes that all the haters that's talking.
One of the things I love the most is that they created that, right? So somebody had to lead that group. Somebody had to hold somebody accountable with the competition for as a group. And so when I look for fall camp, I want to see that same thing, right? You done built it up. Now we got to see it translate with the pads come on, right? Shorts and shirts is cool, right? You can tell me this, that, the third push through now. Now that we get these pads on and we got these shells on, it's go time. So now, do the leaders stay the leaders, or who falls back and who steps up, right? Because when pads come on, some people get silent and some people pass talk for themselves. So that's what I'm, really ready to see is what we built where as far as these units go, far as who is the unit of the week, right? Somebody had to be the leader, somebody had to set the example, somebody had to hold somebody accountable, and somebody had to bring the rear end up, right? Does that translate over to fall camp, right? I want them to keep it going to competition and to fall camp. Hey, who is the best? Who is the best position out of week 1? Who's the best position out of week 2? Who's the best position out of week 3? And week 4, hey, it's game week. It's on. All right. So that's what I expect coming out of seeing some of workouts is the competition level. It raised every single day. They was there, which was a blessing. But now let's see how it translates to on the field. Now we do got some positions. I feel like it's up for debate, right? But overall, when you look at the competitiveness of this team and you look at last year, you can go from the beginning to the end. It's just been a total difference. And you can't do nothing but, thank, what you see from a strength and conditioning team for what they have done, the hard work they put in. Now it's time to go showcase it, right? The strength and conditioning, they did their job. Now it's on the players to go do their job and perform at fall practice. All we want is a healthy fall practice, but competition, right? To get ready for game 1, because once we step foot in that door on the 28th, I know the 29th starts official practice, but when they host that meeting on the 28th, there ain't nothing else to think about but North Dakota State. Yes, you got a position battle, but we getting ready for North Dakota State. And everything that we do for us installs, blitz packages, anything packages wise, your mind needs to be focused on North Dakota State. And that's the box that we get ready to check off right now. So how you feel getting ready to lead up into North Dakota State of what boxes we need to check off before we get there?
First, like you say, you want to, again, I'm gonna always start in the trenches. I'm pretty sure if you listen, you heard Coach Prime kind of pretty much put his offensive line out there. Guys, I want y'all to understand that he's saying that's what he's projecting to go out there, but that doesn't mean it can't change. Okay, it can change if somebody comes out there and plays. And he also said felt like he had 10 linemen that could start.
But here's the thing, Joe. I'm gonna let you finish. A lot of people don't know that Prime might be lighting a fire because he want to see somebody else start. People ain't thinking about that. Just because he said that, he might be lighting a fire to somebody. And there's a couple players I got in mind. But go ahead, Coach Dre.
Yeah, I mean, but like I say, he also said that he had 10 guys that he felt good about that could start. So so if I hear my coach say, okay, he said those guys were starters, but he also said that there's 10 guys that can start. I know if I know I'm in that realm of 10, I know I'm right there. So now, like you say, when the pads come on, this was shorts and t-shirt. So now when the pads come on, does some things change? We'll see. So that's what I want to see up front. But I like all 10 of the guys that I'm thinking of, and we'll get into that later. At the running back spot, you definitely got to shore up who is your starter at running back, who's your guy who can do it all, who can run the ball, who can block, who can do all of that stuff. So you got to find out where we at in that position. Again, when you talk about a receiver and defensive line, I don't care so much about who starts. I care about who finishes in those positions. I care about who finishes. It's not about who starts because that's a rotational position. At receiver, if you're in that 8-man rotation, I expect you to get some snaps. And if you're in that 8-man rotation, I'm pretty sure you on special teams. So if I'm a receiver, I'm trying to get in that 8-man rotation. Same thing with the defensive line. Anywhere from 8 to 10 defensive linemen, I feel that's what we're going to use. So I don't care about who starts. I care about who finishes in those two positions. When we get to linebacker, that's the debate for everybody. That's where people come to bump heads, and you get, again, I count 6 to 7 of them that I feel good about. That's gonna be to me that's gonna be the biggest battle in spring is the linebacker spot. And it depends on the defense, guys, and that's another thing. It might be 3 of them out there, it might be 2 of them out there. We don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? And I hope Coach don't even show us. I hope he keeps showing us what he's been showing us and don't show, if he has something else.
Yeah.
But it could be 2, it could be 3. We shall see. And then in the secondary, I think we got some balance there too. But in the secondary, we know that one corner is probably solidified. I feel DJ gonna be out there. Shiloh got the L on his jersey. Shiloh gonna be out there, and I like Tillman Craig. The other thing is I like RJ from Arkansas. I like the kid Hood. And then you can never count out Stoudemire because Stoudemire came in as a freshman and busted his behind and got his way on the football field. So
and he didn't play in the spring.
Count him out. And you can't count him out. So I feel again to be a dominant football team or to get to where you're going, I think people don't realize that you have to have quality backups. You got to feel good about the kid that backs up your one because you got to feel like, hey, if something happens, because injuries happen, things happen. You got to feel like the guy that backs up your one is as good as your one. And that's what makes Alabama so good. That's what makes Georgia so good when Clemson was good. I go back to those old Florida teams, and when they were good, it was because they had quality backups. It wasn't just the stars that they had. It's the kids that they had that would come in afterwards. So, besides, like I say, the linebacker and the running back room is the 2 positions where you're looking at where, hey, I need to see this. I want to see this. I need to see who's touching the ball, who doing what. And the same thing with the linebacker room. But all the rest of them, like I say, it's not a big deal about who started. It's about who finishing.
Yeah, I mean the mystery, the key battles is gonna be that running back in that linebacker room. I don't care what nobody say. You can say whatever you want to say. Those 2 rooms gonna have the biggest competition in, right? When you look at the linebackers, you gotta start Bentley and Trevor Woods because they used to start us last year. And until proven otherwise, it don't matter who we add in that room, they gotta go take their jobs. That's just what it is, right? I get it. People don't feel like XYZ, this person should be starting, that person should be starting. But I'm telling you right now, the biggest 2 battles right now is gonna be that linebacker room and running back room. Because you got competition, you got depth. And everybody gonna be trying to outshine everybody. I can tell you that running back room, it ain't gonna be a lot of talking going on. It's gonna be a lot of results going on. Because you got kids that don't want to talk. They just want to go put the pads on and show you what it is. And so don't get, because I know a lot of people been playing NCAA college football. Don't get confused because you see people starting out there for Colorado that those gonna be the starters. Because right now at linebacker, if you actually playing the game, Trevor Woods and Bentley is the starters. So don't get confused now. I just want to let you know because the NCAA will update the game. They will update the game with starters and everything as season go on. So what you see right now is just a glimpse, right? So the boxes that I'm ready to see get checked off is like you said, it's in the trenches, right? How do we look with them pass come on in the trenches up front, right? Because everybody wasn't there in the spring. So now, what's this next version of what this offense and defensive line looks like? For the most part, the offensive line was there this spring, that's starting wise, right? They were there. But when you talk about the 5 new players that come in behind them, was it? So you're going to have some competition in that room.
Well,
so,
not all 5
no,
of them.
I'm 4. No, Tyler Johnson was there. Let me retrace that back. I think we did bring in 5, but 2 of them ain't in that rotation. It's gonna be about 3 of them.
Right. It's just 3 of them.
It's 3
of
of them. We brought in 5, but 3 of them really in the rotation to make up the 5. Because the other 2 is Tyler Johnson and Ja'Kerry Walker. Well, we got 3 of them, but we brought in 5. So yeah, that's about right. Because you got you got Yo-Yo, you got Kirk, and damn, who's the other one?
You got Flapjack. You got
Flapjack.
You got the kid from Texas. You said the kid from Texas.
Yeah, but I'm missing somebody.
The kid from Michigan State.
Yeah, that's what I was missing. I'm missing somebody. It's a tackle. I'm like, I know I'm missing somebody in this realm. But yeah, we brought in 5 linemen, during after the spring. So it's gonna be a fight, man. It's gonna be a battle, but for me, the boxes that need to be checked off is definitely the trenches, right? Getting this offense line in jail. Whoever starting 5 is, let's do it, right? We got no days to waste. When we get to the 29th, we got no days to waste in that part. I don't even want them to even show what type of scheme, if we pull in. I don't want them to show none of that on well off. I'm being honest with y'all. I know y'all want to see it, but I don't want to see it. I rather see it the 29th. Then that way, it takes everything out of the realm of understanding what this team going to do, right? What you see is just some vanilla. You don't even see nothing what they going to run. Everything's going to get scripted up, and installs are going to be put in place, right? Because each day they're going to get a new install of something, right, that they're going to be working on and adding on each day. So, hey, there's nothing but love, for it. But, hey, any 5 words you got, Coach Ray, because I know we about to get out of here. We both got a busy day ahead of us. But, like I said, when I look at the boxes that I want to see from Colorado get checked off, it's just the trenches right now, the linebackers and the running backs. Those are the boxes and areas that I'll be looking for in the fall camp. But I'm looking at all positions. But those are the 3 main positions that I'm really looking at. It's the trenches, the D-line, the O-line, the linebackers, and the running backs. Those are the positions that I'm looking at during the fall camp to see where this team can go to take it to another level.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. For final words, I appreciate everybody that came in and rocked with us. I know we're pretty quick today. Like I say, we got a busy schedule. Both of us got a lot going on, and so we appreciate everybody. I want to say a happy belated birthday to my guy, Mad Titan. His birthday was yesterday. I want to say, for anybody, my boy Dino, he's still probably going to be on live with me and bro get off, so y'all can go check them boys out. They got a good show. They part of the brotherhood. They part of the movement. And like you say, guys, we just trying to promote positivity and togetherness. We're going to always preach that. We're going to always try to show that because there's so much wrong and hate going on in the world. If we can bless somebody, put a smile on somebody's face, and make sure that they get it. Another big shout-out to my guy, Juju Sports, man, and what he doing for them young guys down in Texas and all over in the recruiting aspect, man. Big shout-out to my bro. And big shout-out to my guy, Scobuffs. Big shout-out to him. You can catch him probably over there on Dino later. And to them CU aunties that's out there, man, that's out there doing their thing, that's supporting these boys. Always giving them love and support and showing their support for them. Big shout-outs to them, to the first ladies of this channel. Big shout-outs to them. Appreciate all the love and support that y'all. And to, always to our brother B. Watts. Like I say, it's just a brotherhood, man. We just trying to show y'all that this ain't no jealousy, it ain't no hatred, this ain't a contest. You get what I'm saying? If I ain't on here with Rob, you see me over there with Dino, it ain't. You get what I'm saying? We trying to promote them boys just like we promoting ourselves. But this ain't no contest, and we ain't trying to get famous. We want to support Coach Prime and these young men in their dreams. Like I say, this is my purpose. This is what I do. But as I always say, man, if you send no ships out, those ships will come in. And if there's no contest, nobody can win. Games can't be won if they haven't been played, and prayers